Couple of commitments for Pitt this week. Panthers added a couple of guys to the recruiting class, and it's always interesting to me to see the reaction when a recruit commits to any school, really. And what I'm kind of thinking about here, it's not necessarily specific to Pitt, although we cover Pitt, we all talk about Pitt, so that's kind of where this comes from. But you see it. I look throughout the Rivals.com network when kids commit to schools, and sometimes a commitment of a certain kid, if he doesn't have a high star rating or he doesn't have a lot of impressive offers, it might be met with kind of apathy, or maybe even worse, disappointment. And I can understand if you're disappointed when a top target for your school goes to another school or commits to a different coaching staff, and I can understand that. But getting disappointed when a kid commits to your school, I don't fully get that. I don't really get it, because if you look at it, when a kid commits to a school, it means two things have happened, right? One, the coaching staff at your favorite school decided that it wanted a kid, wanted to get a kid, and two, that kid decided he wanted to be at your favorite school. That's a good thing, isn't it? A kid that your favorite team wants to be with your favorite team. There's so many things I think we talk about with recruits. We can talk about offer sheets or measurables or star ratings. We can all choose how to weigh those factors and how to evaluate those recruits. But the one thing that I think is absolutely not subjective, the one honest, objective, kind of invariable fact, is that the staff at your favorite school wanted this kid. They offered him a scholarship and took his commitment. They wanted to have him. All the other ways that we can try and figure out if a kid is good or bad, we look at all of them and we can decide sort of what to make of them, but there's no uncertainty. Your school, the staff at your favorite school offers a kid and takes his commitment, they wanted him. You know that for whatever else, your staff thinks that kid is good. Now, I can understand wanting every recruit to, commit to your school over Alabama and Ohio State. And you can say, hey, Nick Saban and Urban Meyer, they've won a lot of games. They've got a lot of rings, and they know what it takes to win. So if they think this kid is good, if they wanted this kid on their team, then that gives you some confidence about that kid. And I can understand that. It makes you feel good about a recruit. It makes you feel better about the recruiting that your staff is doing. And you can still want that. You can still hope for this kid to pick your school over Ohio State or Alabama or whoever it is. But it's hard for me to get on board with disappointment when your staff gets a kid that they want.